former
I
banker.
didn't pay my card last year.
Yeah, well.
All right, thank you, Barb. Appreciate that. Apologies for the delay, but we had this, I mean, it's beautiful art, but it's not very useful to our meeting. So, all right. Just wanted to first acknowledge that Innisfil is situated on treaty land that is steeped in rich indigenous history. Morning. The Rotary Club of Innisfil acknowledges that this land is the traditional territories of the First Peoples of Turtle Island. It is steeped between, sorry, it is shared between the Anishinaabe peoples of Bowsley First Nations, Chippewas of Rama First Nation, and Chippewas of Georgina Island First Nation. We think that generations of stewardship. This meeting place is still a home to many Indigenous people, and as settlers, we are grateful to have the opportunity to work on this land. The Rotary Club of Innisfil also acknowledges the forced sacrifices that are the foundation of Canadian society today. We are dedicated to honoring Indigenous history and culture and committed to moving forward in the spirit of reconciliation and respect with all First Nations, Métis, and Inuit. We all rise for O Canada. And I unfortunately blocked, but Chris has made sure to give us it's in all of us command, if you can remember that. So. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all lives us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. The King. Once again, Barb, thank you for starting the meeting for us that way. She's right. It would be really nice for us to get to good news. On the way here, I was really going, I really want us to do a good news show today. So, but good news, I'm going to pass things over to Al.
Good morning, President Tim. Good morning, fellow
Yes,
Rotarians. Good morning to our, oh, what about Zoom? Who's on Zoom?
We have just Joanne.
Joanne, good morning, Joanne. Nice to see you.
Good morning.
Okay, so we have our guest speaker. Here she is. And that's Jennifer. And Jennifer, welcome to Rotary. A very warm welcome. We're looking forward to hearing from you. And you're going to be properly introduced in just a few moments. And we have our guest corner here. So we've got Rob from Habitat. Good morning, welcome. And Melanie, welcome. Thank you. And Amber, welcome. And Amber is our new reporter about town. And at last night's board meeting, it was mentioned that Marion King was a longtime reporter in Innisfil, and was so good to our club. Covered all our events. I think we've got the new Marion King right here. Thank you for everything you do for us. Where's Eleanor? Eleanor, tomorrow? Birthday.
Yes.
Well, we want you to have a wonderful day. From all of us here at Rotary to you tomorrow, have a great day. Have a great birthday.
It's 33, right?
Yes, yes, yeah. I thought it was 34, but it was.
Okay, yeah.
So, where's Ann Cal? So Ann, would you please take our best wishes home to Larry? Because today is Larry Cal's birthday.
Oh.
So give him a big hug and kiss for us, okay? All right, thank you. So very quickly, because we're a little bit behind, March the 29th, this day in 1867, Queen Victoria in England gave royal assent to the British North American Act, which established the country of Canada. And that brought together the territories of Canada, Nova Scotia, and New Brunswick into a single dominion called Canada. This came into effect on the 1st of July, 1867. So every year on July the 1st at San Nicola Acres, when we ride the Rotary train, a little bit of history there. Newfoundland joined Confederation with Canada on March the 31st, 1949. And Nunavut separated and became an official territory on April the 1st, 1999. Just a little bit of history. Now, I noticed this morning, a pink sky this morning, reddish pink, and it's a lovely morning. It's not bad, but you know what they say, red sky in the morning, sailor's warning, because at noon we're supposed to have snow, the temperature's going to drop, and we're going to have high.
You know, you were doing such a great job there.
You gotta take the good and the bad. So around noon, we're gonna have it's gonna be cold, we're gonna have snow, high winds, certainly forecast for Metro Toronto. But then by 5 o'clock, it's gone.
Yep.
And over the next couple of days, the temperatures are gonna be up around 13, 14.
Oh.
So there was good news coming out of that.
I know, good recovery.
But that's all I have this morning, but welcome everyone. And we're looking forward to you. We heard it's going to be a fantastic presentation. No pressure, no problem. But again, thanks for being with us. Okay.
All right, Anne, are you going to?
Thank you, President Tim. Some of our newer members may not have met Jennifer and Robert before. They were, when we were a Zoom club, they were on every meeting every week until Jennifer decided to go and have a baby in 5 minutes at home. That was a whole other story. But welcome, it's great to see you guys. So Jennifer's going to be doing the presentation today. So Jennifer has been with Habitat Huronia since 2014, where she started as the events and volunteer coordinator. And in 2017, she took on the role as Manager of Family and Resource Development. Recently, as of April 2022, she has returned to her roots as the Manager of Volunteer and Resource Development. Jennifer has worked in the nonprofit sector for over 10 years in fundraising, community development, donor retention, volunteer management, and marketing. Jennifer strongly believes to be working in nonprofit, you must commit with your whole heart so you can give more, work harder, and never expect much in return other than meeting great people. When Jennifer is not on the build or working with volunteers, she enjoys spending time with her husband and son. Welcome back, Jennifer.
There's 2 sound videos on there, so I don't know if you connected sound when you've shared.
I have,
Okay,
yes.
good. I figured you did, but it's a common mistake that we do. Sometimes I forget to share the sound.
Just going to start the share.
So I know you guys know a bit about Habitat. We've been here, we've been representing and talking for a while. We have lots of things going on. So I know there'll be questions at the end, which is Robert will talk and answer lots of those questions. So feel free to drill him afterwards while you want. So I have just a bit of a recap of what we're doing. If you don't know everything about Habitat, you're going to learn it pretty much in the next video we have, which recaps everything that Habitat does. So if you want to go to the next slide. And there's this video talks about actually how Habitat started, how it works, and even like how even families are chosen and all that stuff. So hopefully it works.
Let me see, because I gotta make sure, because you would set yourself to mute, so I want to make
I
sure.
did. Sorry.
Excellent work, Jen.
Well, I didn't know I was just.
No, it's okay, it's okay.
Oh, try. No. That's why I'm here.
Sorry. Okay, do a rep
Play,
here.
see what happens. And then
Yep. Nope, I go back.
I can just continue on, like kind of recap some of it in this next little bit too. Hey, God, hear music.
Hi there. Welcome to Habitat for Humanity.
We're so happy you joined us.
In this video, you're going to get an overview of Habitat for Humanity in Canada, who we are, our shared vision, and our organizational structure.
We're also going to tell you about the people we serve and our lasting impact on communities across Canada and around the world. Let's get started now.
Hey, did you know that Habitat for Humanity in Canada's affordable housing program has created a social return on investment of over $700 million since 1985?
Are you serious? That's amazing.
Yep, it's huge, and it takes a strong vision, a lot of great people, and teamwork to make this happen.
Habitat Canada is a national, charitable organization that envisions a world where everyone has a safe and decent place to live. We bring communities together to help families build strength, stability, and independence through affordable housing. Since 1985, we've helped over 4,000 families meet their affordable housing needs. We foster and build equity by fully integrating diversity and inclusion into everything we do. Every individual involved with Habitat feels safe and encouraged to bring their whole selves to our mission, and they know they are valued, heard, and respected.
At Habitat, we know that housing is so much more than bricks and mortar. Affordable housing transforms people's futures, strengthens communities, and fosters resiliency and stability that transcend generations, driving positive social and economic outcomes for all of us. At Habitat, we partner with families living with lower income. These families are often caught in punishing cycles of unpredictable rent increases, overcrowded conditions, or lack of access to affordable financing. They may be dealing with poorly maintained homes in need of major repair, or inaccessible housing for people living with disabilities. These families live with the constant burden of uncertainty, stress, and fear. We do this work because we know that each and every single Habitat home changes lives, not only for the families we partner with, but all those in the community who offer them a hand up through donations, volunteering, and support. And those benefits extend to society at large. Research tells us that each Habitat home generates $200,000 of benefits to communities across Canada. Benefits such as reduced reliance on social housing and food banks, better education and employment outcomes, and improved health. The families we partner with are happier, healthier, and more financially stable, learn a new trade, or upgrade their job skills. Meanwhile, their children are more confident and do better in school.
So, how do we achieve all this?
With the help of volunteers, donors, the families we partner with, and local habitats across Canada, we are in every province and territory helping to build and rehabilitate safe and affordable homes, from single-family houses to multi-unit developments.
As Canada's only affordable homeownership provider, we don't give away free homes. The people who partner with us pay an affordable mortgage geared to their income, removing barriers that make owning a home impossible for many families and individuals living with lower income. Did you know mortgage payments are reinvested into a revolving fund known as the Fund for Humanity, which is used by each local habitat to build more homes in their communities?
What about volunteering?
Volunteering is a big component of the work we do. Individuals, corporations, and families, we serve volunteer at build sites, habitat offices, and restores. Corporate build days are team building opportunities where employees come to build sites where they donate their time. And volunteering is an important part of the homeowner process. All Habitat homeowners must complete 500 hours of volunteering. It helps instill pride of home ownership and demonstrates commitment to being a Habitat homeowner. Habitat home builds employ energy-efficient construction techniques and systems to achieve recognized green building standards. We also have a significant number of homes designed with accessibility accommodations. And we're committed to promoting a culture of safety on all built sites and in our restores.
Can you tell me more about the restores?
Habitat Restores are non-profit home improvement retail stores that accept and resell quality new and used building materials, as well as furniture, appliances, home accessories, and much more. There are over 100 Habitat Restores across Canada, and so far, Habitat Restores have funded over $730 million for local habitats in Canada. They play an essential role in the Habitat brand. All proceeds from Habitat Restore sales go directly to Habitat for Humanity, funding home builds, and enabling financial independence and sustainability of the charity.
I love shopping at my local restore. I always find amazing furniture and fixtures.
I know, aren't they great? Founded in Winnipeg in 1991, Habitat Restores are an environmentally conscious retail choice, diverting waste from landfills, giving new life to gently used household items, from kitchen appliances such as refrigerators, stoves and dishwashers, to furniture and even smaller home decor items.
I'm curious, I feel like there's Habitat for Humanity International, Habitat Canada, and habitats locally. Is that right?
Yes, you're absolutely right. We are all part of a global network. Habitat Canada is a member of Habitat for Humanity International, which was established in 1976 and has grown to become a leading global nonprofit working in more than 70 countries.
Habitat Canada uses a federated model supporting local habitats across Canada, from Newfoundland and Labrador to the Yukon. We call these local habitats affiliates. Habitat Canada works within Habitat for Humanity's international standards and ensures that all habitat affiliates are in good standing. Habitat Canada also fundraises, builds national partnerships, manages our national brand, supports Canadian restore operations, and manages our international engagement efforts.
Our local affiliates are individually incorporated nonprofit entities across Canada that are responsible for the operations of Habitat for Humanity within their communities.
Local habitats work with donors, volunteers, and families to create safe, affordable housing. They maintain their own staff and board members as independent organizations.
Local habitats also manage their own housing programs within their service areas. Habitat Canada's housing program guidelines outline the different approaches that local habitats may take in setting up their housing programs. Habitat Canada also partners with other Habitat for Humanity organizations around the world to build and improve housing solutions by working alongside local habitats in those countries and with their local communities.
Wow, I didn't realize we worked internationally as well.
Yes, through our Global Neighbors Grant program, we help people build better, healthier lives through holistic community development projects. Local habitats in Canada make annual contributions to our Global Neighbors program, and along with the support from donors and corporate Canada, we support projects in Africa and the Middle East, Asia Pacific, Latin America, and the Caribbean. These projects include building and repairing homes, implementing safe water solutions, sanitation and hygiene practices, assisting in disaster recovery, and offering skills training and financial education. In addition to the yearly donations made by local habitats that help fund our Global Neighbors work, we also provide volunteer engagement opportunities for thousands of Canadians to volunteer their time and build on habitat projects, both at home and abroad through Habitat Canada's Global Village program. Since Habitat Canada's first Global Village build in 2005, over 20,000 volunteers have worked alongside local habitats, families, and community members to build safe and affordable housing and shelter solutions in Canada and around the world.
Habitat Canada is also responsible for managing one of our key programs in Canada, the Indigenous Housing Partnership. In Canada, we all live, work, and play on the traditional territories of the Indigenous peoples across many nations. We are committed to partnering with Indigenous communities to find housing solutions that are by Indigenous and for Indigenous to help alleviate the housing crisis. Local habitats work with families on and off traditional territories as part of our Indigenous Housing Partnership, which fosters equitable partnerships rooted in respect for Indigenous culture.
An important part of this initiative involves providing skills and training opportunities to Indigenous youth and women to equip them with the trade skills they need to maintain and/or build new homes in their communities.
Wow, that was a lot of information. It's so exciting to hear about all of the great work that Habitat is doing in Canada and around the world.
Thanks for watching. You've now seen who we are, our shared vision, our organizational structure, and learned a little bit about the communities we serve. Please continue on your learning journey.
I do like it called learning journey. It's not gonna be as exciting after that because they made it really bubbly and fun, but I mean, that's kind of gives you a nice recap of how Habitat works here, across the world, everything. And it's a really cool thing. And I think Rotary is kind of similar to that and what you do across the world in your community, which I love things like that. So we, Habitat for Humanity, we've been here since 1995. And since then we've housed over 45 families. Our goal is to always be building at least 2 or 3 homes a year. And if you don't know, we're currently building 5 homes in Barrie right now on the corner of Essa and Mapleton. So hey, we beat the 2 or 3 homes a year. So we're pretty good. So they are hopefully moving in at some point in the next few months. We're just finishing the inside work, so we don't have much opportunity for volunteers at this point in time, but hopefully our next build we will, but you can still watch it grow. And if you follow us on social media, you'll see when we announce the home dedication, and there'll be a live Facebook feed, so you can actually watch the families enter their home the first time as homeowners. The kids are there, they do speeches, so it's a really cool, rewarding experience to be part of. And of course, we own the Barrie and Alice the Restore, and money raised does cover administration costs and help funds are built. So next slide, please. So we cover Huronia. You guys know what Huronia means, but sometimes I meet people and they're like, what's Huronia? They don't know what that means. So I always put a little map and I sort of show our area. We're basically South Simcoe County. We do cover just a bit of Bradford, West Bloomsbury, New Tecumseh, Innisfil, Minising, Angus, and surrounding areas. We cover this little bubble. Sometimes we cross into other territories depending on our habitat if they can't handle the donation or what that is. We do kind of go all over, but that's kind of our territory. Thank you. So a bit about the Restore. If you haven't been to our Restore, you should go. You can go to the next slide. So we have just moved to our new location in Barrie. So we're at 571 Baker Street. It is the old Barrie Examiner location. So right beside Staples. It's much bigger, it's much brighter, it's beautiful. If you haven't been in there, a lot of people still have it in their mind. It's just old DIY renovation decor things. No, it is everything. You can get, we have brand new patio umbrellas, Hampton brands that have been donated. We have, if you're looking for stuff for Easter, tons of new Easter stuff. We have brand new items get donated from wholesalers that have come in. Plus we have tons of trim, all donated, brand new, with lots of new things. And of course we have tons of gently used items as well. So you have your furniture, your decor items, your couches, your seasonal, whatever, if you want it. Even there's a lawnmower in right now. So there's like a little bit of everything. So if you haven't been there, come check it out. Same for Allison as well. And Allison actually gets a lot more of the antique things because of the area they're in. So it's a bit of a smaller location. It isn't a bit of a plaza, but you should definitely be coming in and looking in there because you'll be surprised at what they have.
We get our decaf coffee from you guys.
Nice.
Yeah, they come in little packages and we buy 2 for I think $1 or something like that. So
tons of lotion right now that came from a wholesaler, so like giant tubs that will lotion. So if you really want to buy some now, feel free. So we can talk about the Restore forever. So Restore, we love recycling, repurposing. It's all we love, saving the landfill. Yes, people donate. If you donate, you get a tax receipt for your donation. We have a truck that does free pickups on pre-approved items, so we're not going to pick up a bag of books. You know, gas is expensive, but we will do pre-approved pickup for large items. Get your donation of a tax receipt. We don't sell used clothing in our stores, but you can donate your used clothing. We have bins at the back, those blue bins, and you can donate them there. Another company picks up and we get a check at the end of the month for them. So if not, we do have clothing in the store right now. It's brand new and it came from a wholesaler. It's the only clothing we will ever sell. So anyway, Restore. The cool thing, if you don't know, with our Kitchens to Homes program, we will go into people's homes with volunteers that are skilled. We train them and they remove your kitchen for you. It gets sold in the Restore. The homeowner receives the tax receipt from the sale. We receive obviously the money from the sale, which goes towards helping us build more homes. This actually does very well. And this is a great way for volunteers to be involved who can't be on the build right now or want to just be something more than just helping in a retail environment. Very busy. They do about, normally when we're busy, with our slow time, we do about 2 kitchens a week. We're pretty busy, and some of them can be selling from $500 up to $3,000. We have had lots of granite and marble coming in lately, so lots of people getting ready for their spring DIY. So anyway, if you ever want to volunteer on this program or you want to donate your kitchen to save some of the contractor costs, we will happily come remove it for you. So like I said, we talked about Restore volunteer opportunities, on-site construction. Once the build is active and we're looking for volunteers, we recruit like crazy on our social media, and then you get added to our volunteer portal so you can sign up for shifts and so on. So that will be the next build. You can join committees, you can volunteer in our office when we have opportunities, fundraising events. Yes, so I'll talk more about this coming up. We're always looking for volunteers to help at those events or join the fundraising committee and so on. Speaking opportunities, we'd love to be part of it, or if you've been with us for a while, we'll let you speak on our behalf. And of course, we take student placements all the time. So we just finished the Rock the House Bonspiel run by ROW. So if you don't know, Debbie runs all our events for us. Very successful. It was a lot of fun. I was there. I curled. I'm not a curler. It was
How do you feel
very.
today, Jen?
I'm not as in much pain. More so the pain's now under my arm. So yeah, if anyone hasn't curled, it's very hard. So, but it was a lot of fun. We raised about $2,000 from that. So a lot of fun. And we hadn't done the curling event since before COVID, right? So it's a nice comeback to have that. So there's a great opportunity next year if you'd like to come and curl or volunteer if you can. So next event. So our next big event coming up, you can go to the next slide, yeah, is Sip Savor Sing. So this one is a lot of fun. It's a Barrie Country Club. It's May 4th. It's $60 and you get food, drinks, and live entertainment. I don't know where you can get that for $60 nowadays, but people come out and they do lip sync battles. We've actually brought back karaoke into this, and we brought battles of the bands. So people come out, like when you see that people dress as Kiss, they did the full on musical presentation, like, you know, everything. It was amazing. We had Queen in the background. We had the girls there in the posters. They were all girls and they came as the Backstreet Boys. They did and this year they're back as NSYNC. So, and they won and they want the trophy back. So it is an amazing event for $60. Great opportunity to sponsor if you want to volunteer that event, or Rotary wants to put in their own performance of a team. Just saying, great opportunity.
Tim is actually a judge. I asked him to be a
very
judge.
nice. Well, it's a lot of fun. This is one of my favorite events because I love food, drinks, and wine. There you go, next slide. And then our next one coming up as well is in July 26th is our Golf for Humanity event. Very excited. We have moved it now to National Pine, so very exclusive for golfing, great food. So if you're interested in sponsoring, if you'd like to volunteer that day, or if you just want to come and golf, you have lots of opportunity. It's on our website, habitatgrowing.com, or of course you can always talk to Debbie, who's also running the event. You know, we'd love to see you guys there. And then I threw this one in here. I'm still waiting on confirmation, but we do it every year. We do Boots and Hearts. Of course, you can always volunteer, but when you volunteer through us, we get $60 for every volunteer that completes their 18-hour requirement. The great thing is, for anyone who ever been to Boots and Hearts, when you volunteer, you get to camp for free. You get to attend the festival for free. And the nice thing about camping is you camp in the staff area, which is like VIP. We have our own bathrooms, our own showers, our own security, our own entrance. It is the only way to go. Like you think when you go there and GA, General Vision, is very dirty and live and lots of partying. So when you come to our side, they actually have curfews on noise because people have shifts. So it's amazing. So if you want to volunteer, reach out to me in like a month or a bit, because I'll be looking to recruit people for this. And then what we do to incentive is we do a big draw for our people that sign up through us to win something. So Boots and Hearts, lots of fun. And then of course we talked a bit in the video Adopt a Days. So in our next build, we will have opportunity for people to come out as a group opportunity, fund the build, and you can volunteer. But we also do community engagement days as well, where we're just happy for you guys to come as a group and volunteer on that day. So, all right, I think we're almost done. We're getting to the end here. Just follow us on social media. We're most active on our Instagram and Facebook. Follow us, like, comment, share what we're doing. Of course, you can follow us, go to our website, habitatgrowing.com, and see everything, fill out forms if you want to volunteer or attend events. We'd love for you to do it. Thank you. And quick few minutes, you can skip through most of these. I'll go over them really quickly. I'm not sure of my time, but so next slide. So a lot of times people think we give away homes for free. We talk about that. We don't. They get a mortgage. We make sure our families are prepared and have the finances in place to help and make sure they'll be prepared. They do invest 500 hours. We gear their payments based on 25% of their household income. So no, we're making families who are being successful now, and of course going to be successful as homeowners. So no, definitely not. Next slide. Some people used to think that we reduce neighborhood property values, and as you can see from the last, that's not our new home right now, these are our past couple homes. No, we do look at the community. We want our homes to blend in. We also want them to be very eco-friendly. We want them to be looking well and last a long time. So no, oftentimes we increase the property value. So yeah, no, definitely not. And homeowners and governments, and again, no, we need families who have full income because they need to afford a mortgage. They're gonna have household bills, and we want them to be able to make sure their kids are getting, or families, I should say, whatever our partners are, be able to make sure they continue having the best life possible. So definitely not. And a little bit about us. We can go next slide, yes. So this is us. I'm Jennifer. You've met, this is Robert over here, and Debbie has been brought in to run our events. And then you'll some point maybe meet Ann. She's our chief financial officer, and Tasha, who runs the manager. She's the manager of family services. So we're a small little crew. We do a lot there, but we do heavily rely on our volunteers, the opportunities that we can to help us be as successful that we are. Restore, if you ever run to Barrie, you'll see Scott. He's in there all the time running around. He's very friendly. Our volunteers love him if you've ever met him. And then of course, Lynn and Allison, same thing. They started as, actually Scott started as a volunteer, became a part-time staff, and now he's the manager. And Lynn started as part-time and now she's the manager. So it's nice that you see people come in and get brought up to the positions they are. Next slide. And again, opportunities to be on our boards. We'll be having our AGM in June. I'm not sure. I think we have maybe some board members leaving. I'm not sure. So we'll have opportunities for more. But I know our fundraising committee is looking for people. Yes. So if you are interested, please let us know. Next slide. So this is just a quick 2-minute video. This was our kids from the last 6 years, and they talk about what a home meant for them.
Privacy, that's all. I mean, I get my own room again.
A home is where the family is.
A place where we can finally call home? I don't know. I don't think it's like a place, like a building. It's more of like where you spend your time with family. Like it doesn't matter where it is, so your home is always with your family.
Since I have a shelter, I'll be able to go somewhere so I can like relax and just put all my thoughts in one place.
I'm looking forward to Christmas the most because we're planning to have Christmas dinner there with everybody. I just think it's going to be a lot more fun because it's actually in our house. Because it's the first Christmas when you run downstairs and open your presents under the tree the first tree that you put up in your new house. It's just so fun. Definitely to decorate my room and the whole house.
I'm gonna have an enchanted garden for my bedroom. So I'm gonna have like this, a bed right here or here. I'm not sure yet.
Well, the first sleep was with just my mattress on the floor. And actually it was really comfortable.
When I saw my room for the first time, I got really excited because I'm just like, I should make my walls purple and blue, and I want to put this here, that there, and that there, and that there.
Having a home is like homemade cookies. Our home is happy, is a happy, warm place. Everything in our home is love, laughter, and homemade cookies.
I tend to like to leave with that one at the end because as much as I can talk about mission or the restore, which I mean, for volunteers to come in, I can talk about mission, then I realize, oh, this is retail, I'm working with customers. So it's not always that's exciting. I always usually end with that video, but remember in the end, what we're all trying to do, this is the impact we're having. And we've worked with all these kids, and when we see the little boy who's talking about his first Christmas, who's sitting on the little sofa chair, he's now come back and volunteered for high school to finish his hours and still volunteers with the side events. They're still part of us, and just seeing how well they've succeeded. And even the first time, like we have the homeowners moving into Essen, they're talking about their first, finally they can have friends over for a barbecue because they haven't been able to do that. So this is why we do what we do, and we're happy to have your support and being involved with us. And we hope if you can't be at our home dedication, follow us on our Facebook. There'll be a live feed so you can watch it there and have Kleenex nearby because it's emotional. We cry. Robert bawls his eyes out. But I thank you very much for your time. I hope this was something you walked away from this day, and we see you moving forward. And if you have any questions, Robert. Thank you very much.
I have a question. Is the mortgage with you guys or is it with the bank?
It's with us. Yes.
Can you tell us what's happening with the Innisfil bill?
Yeah.
So we did get the land donated. Developing it has been a challenge. We are currently, because there is no sanitary line up to the property, The only one is a private road with Park Ridge. We are now in talks with Park Ridge. Initially, they said they wouldn't let us tie into the sanitary line, which killed the project. Mayor Dolan has gone up on our behalf, and I'm meeting with the Vice President of Park Ridge to see how this can happen. But it's currently in the works. It's been a 2-year holdup. And I like to say that when they say, well, the pandemic, everything went away, all it did for us in every avenue of what we do is delayed everything. So if something took a month, it takes a year. So we're currently in that space.
So they own the house, are they able to sell the house at some point?
So we
or what
get
happens?
right of first refusal at the rate, at the mortgaged amount.
The original appraised value.
So what it does for us is it gives us the ability to buy it back from them at a affordable price that we can put another family in, and then they still get the equity of their savings out of that.
So Rob, I was lucky enough to get involved in one of these houses years and years ago. Our little company provided the front yard. We did the sod, the garden, a little tree and some flowers to finish off the front of the house. So we were there for the presentation, and the emotion was unbelievable. I remember the lady, she couldn't talk, she was crying so hard. And it really hit home. It was a huge crowd of people. But I also just want to mention the old Habitat store just on Main Street. That was our, like Robinson's Hardware, that was where you went and got parts, you got pieces, but it was tiny. And a lot of the stuff was outside. And so when you gave me the tour of your place, I was amazed. And it, not only the size, it's huge, but it was packed. It was packed full of stuff. And you showed me brand new stuff.
And we do still have the Robinson Hardware section. We do have a loyal following. They come and look for all these little nooks and crannies and parts. I'm proud of where we've come, but it's only because of the community support that we're here. We wouldn't have been able to. Again, a lot of people look at the pandemic as a negative thing. I looked at it as a positive because it gave me the ability to get into the store. It's not a location that we would have normally been able to.
Maybe I could just mention, the reason I wasn't at Rob's store was the staff prepared teacher-risk bags for our club for Christmas for kids. So thank you for that.
But to your point, our key ceremonies are emotional because you see these families going into something that they quite possibly wouldn't have the opportunity to do if ever. I get more reward when I'm at a grocery store and I run into one of my past families and I get them coming up and I see their kids are like either grown or the parents say to me, oh my God, Rob, they're off to university. I've been here this long. I mean, you see the growth of the families and when I say that, it's inside the house the growth happens, but they also end up giving back to the community. And as you guys know, having strength in community makes your community that much better. So I think that there's so much value in what we do and that's where my pride comes in. It's when I see families succeed.
Has the definition of low income changed, like the bracket?
It does, it changes with actually Simcoe County, they're the ones that define it for us.
What is it at this time?
Well, anywhere from 40,000 to 96,000 as a total household.
And it is based on family size too, so based on.
97.5. Yes.
Okay.
I did hear in yesterday's federal budget that the federal government are allowing $4 billion for Indigenous housing. So is Habitat going to be involved in that?
We are a very big player in the Indigenous housing spectrum. Some of our affiliates almost exclusively build Indigenous housing. We actually have an Indigenous family. We're partaking in that on Accessible. That's nearing completion finally. But yes, we do. There is funds that are accessed through the government, and we did do a CMHC partnership with regards to helping out Indigenous and Black families, and again, low income.
Can I say, many years ago when I could shovel and hammer nails and stuff, I participated in a build and I would encourage everybody who has the inclination to do that. Because it's not, you don't sign up for life, you can sign up for a build.
Yeah.
And you can sign up for one that's nearby where you are, so it's handy and stuff like that. But it is an amazing thing, and I learned a lot. I sat on the board there for many years, and I learned a lot about it and the misconceptions about Habitat. Habitat's done a better job as a national group, international group, in explaining and educating to the public, because they always sort of thought it's people on welfare and they're gonna wreck the house as soon as they get in it, and how are they gonna be able to fix something that breaks, they have no skills, and it's not true at all. These are families just like every other neighborhood has. And it was a really wonderful thing to do. And I saw a lot of young tradespeople volunteering there. And that is something I think that gives them a good feeling. And it also provides us a give back to the social fabric of the community. And it is something amazing, but cutting the ribbon, and actually I had my foot on the shovel going in the ground for the first turn of sod, and then we cut the ribbon. It's an amazing circle.
Yeah.
It's an amazing circle.
Wonderful.
So I did 2 builds back in the end of the 80s as a part of CMHA.
Yeah.
As a group, and it was kind of very social. It was fun. It was like a,
yeah.
And they fed you. Do you still?
Yes.
feed you?
As long as there's food, Jamie will be back. Unfortunately, I love your organization. I love going to your store. Honestly, this is a conversation I wish we could have forever. But unfortunately, we have a limit on our time today. But I wanted to present to you our certificate. So on behalf of the polio plus program, so we will be donating in your behalf.
Oh, thank you very much. Wonderful.
Thank you so much. Anytime. You want to ever want to come out? Please.
Lucky guys here there, so.
Okay. All right, we have a few things left on our agenda, and if we want to get to good news round, which I do. So quickly, so the Peace Pole project, I'm actually meeting with the library staff today to get moving on that one. I was hoping to have a meeting this week, but because of that timeline, I bumped it to next week, so I'm gonna aim for Monday. So I know Barb, you wanted to join. Ken, we can either do it virtually or in person. It's up to you. But I will reach out by the end of the day with the time and a place. So Jeff and Jamie, fundraising. Do we have everything ready to go for that?
I think somebody pointed out it had Al's name.
Yes.
Al's name on the digital version.
Yeah, for advice on it, so we'll get rid of that.
Okay, so we're getting rid of that.
Don't call Al.
All the calls will go to Jeff for, and so it'll be done this morning. I told Ashley to take care of it before she joined us for breakfast.
Okay.
I have 2 packages here, and I think there's 2 more at home. So
Yep, and I have some of the sign.
information. I also have 100 copies of the form. So to try and save paper, because it's 50 cents a copy of the library here for a copy. To try and save paper, we try to do the form and just we fold it in half, and won't be glorious. We didn't perf anything. We just fold and rip.
But make sure we catch it before you leave, because I think I have to sign that document.
So I don't know how if Jeff has already talked to a couple of people that are ready to rock. But
Yep.
Oh yeah. Everything else is good. There's 2 more home packages ready to go, and there's one out with not enough information, I think, right?
I think we're good. Information wise. What's missing?
Well, his package doesn't have.
I got the digital copy.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, you got the first test copies.
Okay, yeah. So let's make sure everybody has the most.
Stuff here for reverse.
That's great. Okay.
Does everybody know what to do when they get somebody signed up?
No.
What you're supposed to do is, once you sign them up, just let me know who you've gone to, so I can put it out there, so we're not hitting the same place twice.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to duplicate anybody going to the same business, because if you do, that's bad business. They don't appreciate that. So if you sign somebody up, let me know, so I can put it on our list. And if you have any specific places you want to go to, let me know, like Al's put forward that he wants to do the Sandy Cove Plaza. Debbie said she wanted to do the Friday Harbor. Janet's gonna go to the BNI, and Marty's, she's been bugging me about different things, so, and Ann's gonna go to some of her places, so if you know where you're going, let me know, so I can put it out there.
Yeah, and Eleanor and I will arm wrestle over LaFront, so she'll win.
Can I?
And if somebody wants to, like, actually physically get together after a meeting or whatever and go through, even to role play a couple scenarios. People are interested in knocking on doors a little bit.
Can I suggest we take a picture of the form and send it to Jeff? So there's a physical.
That's a great idea.
transaction.
Great idea.
Just take a picture with your phone. Everybody's got a phone. Take a picture of it, send it to Jeff, and then he'll have it.
Yep, okay, good advice, thank you. All right, moving on, Onion Fest, so we're still some time away, but it's gonna come fast. So we're looking at status quo from what we did last year, going and serving the beer tent. We had the opportunity perhaps to sell the actual tickets, but I think we're gonna say no to that and actually just do the actual provision of alcohol. So everybody will require the smart serve this time. There's no such thing as a bar back anymore. You need to have smart serve, and yes, Barb.
The problem that I checked with an insurer for me, for my personal knowledge, if we're not selling the tickets, we're not in control of the consumption. Because if they sell tickets, if another group sells tickets to Joe and Mary, and they come to the bar and we say no, it creates a conflict. There's a worry about custody of some, and I watched them last year, nobody got ID checked.
Oh, I know, there was last
That's our
year's
becomes our
was,
personal life.
I agree, 100% agree, and we were all uncomfortable for certain. It's just a matter of the amount of bodies. If we have enough people between us, and if Rotary or any of our other partners wanted to jump in and we have the bodies to do it, then Onion Fest, I'm sure, would be happy for us to do that.
Okay,
But
we should
we need to
investigate
make
that.
sure, like I've already expressed to Chris Jr. and to Steve, that we need to be in charge of the communications, so
And the
that there's
other thing is
no
if you
gaps.
don't have smart serve, you can't do either job.
Agreed, you have to have smart serve to be in
And
the
yeah,
proximity.
bar back is not,
Yeah, they've eliminated that.
But also, I'm gonna ask Janet, I was meant to ask you ahead of time, and I know you haven't been feeling great, is that, is it possible for you to do that anymore, to do a class on how to get your smart
Yeah,
serve?
we can purchase ahead of time coin, they call it coins, and then we can do a group session and they bring in.
Do they allow group sessions still?
They do, but they also run the training session,
Okay,
right? It's not like me training, people, it's literally run by them.
it's really not that hard.
But
It is common sense,
It's 4
and
hours long.
we're all smart here. I think anybody in this room should be able to pass it. It's, do you serve a minor? This person is drunk. Should you serve them? I
It's
mean,
not,
it's-
not quite that way.
It's not quite that.
Not-
No,
that way.
that's the course I did last year. That was the proctored course.
It's the impairment of drugs also.
Drugs, yeah.
No, great. It was all part of that, right? So, yeah.
And it's a no-win situation, because if they buy a ticket, they come up and you say, no, you're obviously you paid too much. They'll give the ticket to someone else who'll get a drink for them, and then give them the drink. It's not the greatest situation.
So one thing we did discuss last night at the board meeting is, rather than me just put a notices on our club runner about signing up, we're gonna actually start passing a sign up sheet just to have that physically in your face. We're hoping to get, we're not all the club is here, but if we start with the bodies here and then reach out to the ones who aren't able to attend and say, hey, we still need these. So I will have that form for next week.
What's the date?
The dates are the 23rd to the 25th.
July?
No, June.
Does the
Yeah,
person,
They don't confirm
No.
much until this week, actually, they just finished most stuff together, but they did confirm something.
It's the week before Father's Day.
Yeah.
Or week after, sorry, week after Father's Day.
They-
Last year it was on Father's Day.
But if you already have, if you already have a smart,
Take care.
if you already have a smart serve, that it will expire on June 30th, so we can use them this go round. But maybe we should look at a group class, if we can do that.
Yeah.
Makes it a lot easier.
How old do you have to be to get your smart serve?
18.
For alcohol,
Yeah,
you're serving alcohol.
Oh, I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Up to 18-year-old.
Real?
Thought it was 19.
No, to consume, but you can serve at 18. I know, it's a strange rule, right?
Does the person taking tickets, or selling tickets, don't they have to be smart?
Yes, well, that's the rule we're putting in place. Last year they didn't. Last year it was just Onion Corps volunteers, and they didn't know what they were doing. Nobody knew what they were doing last year. That was the problem. So now that we've learned that lesson, say we're locking that down. So I'm working very closely with Chris and those guys.
So if you've already got one, it's all expiring June 30th, so we can use this year. But we should look at getting, if we want to do this on an ongoing basis, we should look at getting a class and getting it done. Unless people want to do it individually.
It takes about 4 hours, I think, was the.
Yep.
It says, so.
Yep. It wasn't that bad. So, Debbie.
Okay, so I was approached by the town of Innisfil, Sandy Foster and Gurneet. Can't get, she has a hard last name. And so
Just say it first name.
they're the individuals that we connect with for the Troy Scott Food and Friday Harbor pickup on Thursdays. So they asked us if Rotary would be interested in helping their new program, which is called Neighbors Helping Neighbors. It's actually a program that the town will run. The program is sent out to participants in our community. They sign up for it, and Rotary's role would be 3 or 4 Rotary volunteers to prepare for the session. So set up the kitchen, so it would take place at the Rizzardo Kordensky kitchen. Facilitate the cooking session, clean up, distribute the meals to the 3 community fridges. So that's the Troy Scott fridges. The town will choose and print the recipes, order all the groceries. They will have their own person there. Gurneet will be there, who has her food handlers, so we don't need to have it. And then they'll coordinate social media and press. So it's an actually great awareness for Rotary to be in participation with this. The 3 dates that they have right now are April 20th, May 18th, and June 15th. And they would like us there from 3:30 to approximately 7 p.m. So I would like for everybody to consider those 3 dates. I will send out an email so you have them. And board said that this would be a good thing for our community service. I sent it to Whitney. Whitney loves the idea that we can participate. So it would run under Whitney. I'm just bringing it forward.
Excellent. And you will have another thing.
The next thing is, so I did bring up the fact that we should have some type of awareness. One of the ideas was that ladies in the tent or women in a tent. So we discussed it last night. We've come up with the date of June 9th to 11th. We would do multiple things. One of the issues is because of housing, homelessness, and we didn't want to kind of put it in your face with the fact that we would be sleeping in a tent and we don't really need to. So we were thinking we would do a bottle drive with it, peer-to-peer fundraising. And then what we would do is take the money that we raise from that and split it into possibly 3 different areas. So one of the areas could be for homelessness. One of the areas could be
Troy Scott.
Oh, Troy Scott, and one could be just basically putting some money aside for our own coffers. So it would be something that we would do. We would, not sure if we'd have an alternate date, because I need to probably go and get permits, probably be at somewhere, town hall, police station, or the Y, wherever we can set that up. And we would basically be the ladies. We asked the gentlemen to come during the day for helping with bottles, things like that, but it would be basically for awareness. That was my big thing, is to make sure that people know who we are and what we do.
Excellent. Okay. Unfortunately, we do not have time for this round. I don't think, unless people spoke really fast. So Barb, why don't we make it? And who's next week? Do you remember? Who's next week?
Next week is stem cell.
Okay, and that's a Zoom call. It's virtual.
Zoom, yeah.
Okay, so let's hear Margaret. Let's try to figure a way to force it in.
Yeah, it's too bad, because that was the first thing that really attracted me to the Rotary.
Good news?
The good news thing.
I know.
We
We almost need to make our meetings longer.
Is that what's taking them so long to sign up? It's just because of the good.
Yeah.
Does anybody have a specific, maybe something spectacular, something they'd like to share, Kate?
The Rotaract Club, St. Patty's event raised $45,000.
And the talk of the district, I must tell you. Yeah, I told them about it and don't forget, they love it. Who else has good news? Somebody, you must have something. Right, so,
Are we
Brian?
still eating after this?
Yes.
No, we're
Yes,
not.
breakfast, we are.
Breakfast.
I know he's gonna come.
I do.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you have anything?
My two granddaughters made the YMCA inside cover.
Awesome. Melanie?
Yeah, Beacon Place just officially took in their second youth.
Yep.
It's a boy.
Yep.
14-year-old bouncing baby boy.
Yep. And Jeff, you had good news too.
Yeah, my granddaughter made fourth place in Ontario for her synchro skating.
Very good.
822 is the number, just for fun.
Thank you. And Jenna, do you have anything for Linda?
Just really quickly. 822.
I mean,
Not me. The Club Runner, I got an email from Club Runner saying that there is going to be some training that you can actually do on April 14th. To be able to do that. Now, some of us are going to be away that weekend because we'll be up in Rotary weekend, but at the same token, there are sessions tailored to various roles, clubs and district versions, which is cool. Also, Taya's not here, but they're oh, sorry.
He's hiding.
Rotaract clubs are now being integrated into RI through Club Runner, so if they haven't already been done, you can go in and do that, which is kind of cool. And then managing prospects through membership success. Membership success module is a comprehensive tool for managing membership inquiries and referrals from certain events. So that's something that's new in.
Can you forward that email? Can you forward that email to me?
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. Ever.
Could you put the concept on the screen for a moment?
I can try. That was their laptop.
Oh, okay. No, that's okay.
It's online.
Yeah.
No, it was prospects. Chris, did you win?
I'll send it to you and.
Oh, okay, I just wanted to picture that.